Betrayed good cop turned bloodthirsty maniac cop Matt Cordell is back, and vengeance is still at the top of his to-do list. Only this time around, he's added a few new names to that list. And if you're on it, God help you, because nobody else can. Maniac Cop 2 picks up shortly after the events of the first film. And even though it's obvious that Cordell was the man, zombie, whatever he is that was responsible for all the bloodshed and carnage in the first film, the department still doesn't take survivors Jack and Teresa, played again by Bruce Campbell and Laureen Landon, seriously. I smells a cover-up. But don't get too attached to either Campbell or Landon this time around. That to-do list that I mentioned before has both their names at the very top of it. Thwarting Cordell's efforts for revenge and being responsible for that big metal pipe through the heart just didn't sit right with him. Enter veteran detective McKinney, played by Robert Davi, and Department Shrink Riley, played by Claudia Christian. Instead of using force to try and stop Cordell, they decide to appeal to his desire to have his name cleared, and for those who framed him, to be exposed. So how to classify Maniac Cop 2? It's a horror film because our main bad guy, or anti-hero, you could call him, is now a zombie or some kind of supernatural entity. He's super strong, able to toss people around like rag dolls and snap necks like Kit Kat bars. And when it comes to body count, Cordell puts up the kind of numbers that even Charles Bronson would respect. On the other hand, Maniac Cop is an action flick, sporting some rather impressive action set pieces. For instance, we get a sequence involving a woman handcuffed to the steering wheel of a car from outside of the car, a car which is soon speeding uncontrollably through New York traffic. We get a killer shootout inside the police station in which Cordell goes full-on Terminator while blasting his way through the precinct. We also get a really impressive burn stunt in which Cordell visits his old chums in the pokey, the ones who cut him up and left him for dead in the shower. It's not a pleasant reunion. Maniac Cop 2 reunited director William Lustig and writer Larry Cohen. Both of them bring their A-game to this sequel, and Lustig had a larger budget to work with, facilitating those killer stunts and awesome action sequences. Together they do with this sequel what all good sequels should do: expand on the story from the first film instead of retreading it. The cast is fantastic. Robert Davi is one of those actors you've seen in countless movies, from Die Hard to Goonies to Predator 2. And when he's on screen, it's hard to take your eyes off him. He's imposing, even when he's the good guy. Claudia Christian's character starts out strong and then is sort of relegated to the backdrop as the action intensifies. Miss Christian still does the best with what she's given. Robert Z'Dar returns as Matt Cordell and is able to bring an additional depth and intelligence to the character this time around. Leo Rossi steals the show, though. He's this serial killer with a southern accent who forms an unlikely alliance with Cordell, and you can just tell that Rossi was having a blast the entire time. Maniac Cop 2 is one of those rare sequels that's just as good, if not better, than the original. It's bigger, louder, bloodier, and more action-packed than the first. Granted, there's no Tom Atkins and Bruce Campbell only sticks around for a short time, but I find myself reaching for Maniac Cop 2 far more than the first film, and I always have a blast while watching it. If you haven't seen Maniac Cop 2, I highly recommend it. I also highly recommend this new 4K UHD release from Blue Underground. Now, all of Blue Underground's 4K releases that I've seen have looked incredible. Blue Underground are doing an incredible job with all their 4K releases, and Maniac Cop 2 is no exception. As a matter of fact, you could make a case that Maniac Cop 2 is Blue Underground's best 4K release to date. The film looks absolutely incredible here. The picture quality is crisp, it's razor sharp, and highly defined. The colors pop, and the shadows have depth. I give both the picture quality and the sound quality on this release a perfect score, 5 out of 5. As far as extras are concerned, first up we have Back on the Beat, the making of Maniac Cop 2. It includes interviews with William Lustig, Larry Cohen, Robert Davi, Claudia Christian, Michael Lerner, Leo Rossi, Robert Z'Dar, stunt coordinator Spiro Rosados, composer Jay Chataway, and others. Lustig and Cohen discuss the inception of the first Maniac Cop, wanting to make the sequel bigger and better, killing off Bruce Campbell and Laureen Landon. Robert Davi discusses getting hoodwinked into being in the film. Claudia Christian discusses the see-through curtain that was her dressing room. Apparently Lustig and Miss Christian did not get along while making Maniac Cop 2, and it's pretty obvious. Leo Rossi discusses his character and how he got into character. Let's just say it ended with him being kicked out of a peep show. Now that's how you prepare for a role. Robert Zadar discusses the success of the first film, the Maniac Cop makeup, and the difficulty of eating with it on. They discuss the shooting locations, the stunts, pushing the envelope with the stunts. They discuss post-production, the score, the Maniac Cop rap that plays over the closing credits in the film, the film's release, its fandom, and much, much more. Next, we have the Cinefamily Q&A with William Lustig from 2012. It's 28 minutes and 36 seconds in length. We get a deleted scene, 4 theatrical trailers, a poster and still gallery, and an audio commentary with William Lustig and Nicholas Winding Refn. By the way, whatever happened to the Nicholas Winding Refn Maniac Cop movie or series or whatever that was supposed to be? This is a killer 4K UHD release for Maniac Cop 2 from Blue Underground. Both the picture quality and the sound quality, as I said, were absolutely phenomenal. I gave them both a perfect score, 5 out of 5. We get a great making of documentary on this release as well. And if you've not seen Maniac Cop, I cannot recommend it any higher. If you are a fan of the film, this release should be in your collection. I'll post a link to Blue Underground's website down in the description. Go over and check them out. Also, check out my in-depth Bloodstream I did with William Lustig, in which we went in-depth on the entire Maniac Cop series, as well as the rest of Mr. Lustig's filmography. I'll post that link down in the description. If you've not entered my 50K subscribers Bad Michael Myers mask giveaway, you still have time. Follow the link in the description and enter for your chance to win your very own Bad Michael Myers mask today. If you're a fan of Maniac Cop 2, let me know down in the comments section below. While you're down there, let me know if you've already picked up this 4K UHD release and your thoughts on it. And let me know what your favorite Maniac Cop movie is. Are you a fan of the first film? Do you like this one better? Or what about the third film? Let me know down in the comments section below. If you liked the video, please leave it a thumbs up and share it on social media. If you're not following me on social media, those links are in the description. As always, thanks so much for watching. I hope you all out there are having a great, safe, healthy, happy, and horror movie-filled holiday season. Take care, and until next time, peace. A huge shout out to all my patrons and channel members. I greatly appreciate your generosity and support of my channel. Become a patron today and get early access to videos, have a say in what movies I review, and join me for patron-only live streams. Become a channel member today and get access to exclusive badges and emotes to use when I stream. Those links are in the description. Say hello to the internet, Jeremy.
Hello to the internet.